Greetings, my little triglets. Today we're doing section 5.2, and it is titled Law of Sines. Law of sines is useful to find sides of triangles when you don't have a whole lot of information. So when SOHCAHTOA doesn't work, then we jump to the law of sines. And it also works in non-right triangles. So that makes it really handy, because if you don't have a right triangle, then it's all good. All right, so the law of sines goes something like this. Sine of A over A equals sine of C over C, which equals sine of B over B. So you can have any two of these three and be able to solve the non-right triangle. And this was derived from a triangle, dropping the altitude down. This is H, C, A, call this little b. That means this is big B, A, and C. And knowing that the sine of angle A down here is equal to H over C. And also knowing that the sine of angle C is equal to H over A. Now if I multiply both sides and try to get H alone, I'm going to multiply this by C and this by A. I get sine of A times C is equal to sine of C times A, because they're both going to be equal to H, so I can set them equal to each other. Now if I divide both by AC, here the A's will cancel, here the C's will cancel, so I get sine of A over A, sine of C over C. So that's where the formula came from. But this, all of this, is really all you need to know. So, you just got to make sure you match up the letters correctly, and it's actually very, very straightforward. So if I have a triangle, and this is angle B, angle A, and angle C, and this is 82 degrees, this is 44, and this is 100 yards. I want to find the distance between A and B. So, let's figure this out. I've got angle B, and I have the side opposite, so I have sine of 44 over 100. Now we have to figure out this angle, because this is the side that I don't have. So if I subtract 82 and 44, subtract that from 180, 180 minus that, I should get 54 degrees. So now I know that this is 54. So now I can say sine of 54 over x. And now you can cross multiply. And so I get sine of 44 equals sine of 54 times 100. And this one's times x. So divide both sides by sine of 44. And you work all that out, you get x to be approximately 116 yards. Now I'll do a quick inventory here. If this is 44 and it's 100 yards, 54 is 116. That makes sense. 54 is bigger, so it should have the bigger number with it. Okay, and that's about it for this section. Pretty straightforward, pretty easy, and don't ever forget. All right, ta-ta for now.